All right. So as a kid, even before I knew what a scientist was, I knew that I wanted to become a doctor, but I never wanted to become the type of doctor that I was familiar with, the kind that was always handing out stickers and lollipops and Robitussin every time I saw her. Um, I imagined some person that was going to create the therapies for the ill, and that's and but as much as I thought about the sick and helping out, I never thought about the brain. I always thought of the brain as this kind of computer that was in a vault, the skull, kind of locked away and protected from all illness. And then I joined the military. That's me hanging upside down over there. And as a military nurse, I saw soldiers come home with brain injuries that we couldn't heal like we could their broken bones and their shrapnel wounds. Their lives and the lives of their families would be changed forever. And later, as a scientist, I realized something simple that was more of a reset, that the brain is not like a computer at all. It's alive, obviously, but also it's connected to the body in ways that we are just beginning to fully understand. Every year, millions suffer from a traumatic brain injury. And this can be from sports, playing sports, or driving, or getting in a car accident, or from combat. And we can save lives in the ER or on the battlefield or in battlefield hospitals. But too often, what comes after is memory loss, is personality changes, dementia-like declines, and these injured brains, this is showing that these injured brains are struggling. They're struggling against the injury. They're struggling to repair themselves. And for decades, we in medicine have tried to, because the brain is locked away in that skull, have tried to coax the cells of the skull to fix the brain, fix the injury. But maybe we've been looking in the wrong place, because here's the twist. Some of the most powerful influences on brain health aren't in the skull at all, they're in the gut. And each year, each of us, excuse me, each of us has trillions of microbes. These are the types of bacteria, viruses, fungi that have survived in all of Earth's climates for billions of years. And where am I? Okay. And in us, we call them the microbiome. When we choose to feed them healthy food, they break down that healthy food and give us chemicals that we call metabolites. And these metabolites can be broken down and act like text messages to our immune system and to the neurons in the brain. And after an injury, it's important to say that these gut to brain text messages can either fan the flames of inflammation or help put the fire out. We've seen that when the gut microbiome is healthy, it produces molecules that can protect the brain tissue, preserve cognitive function, and even preserve personality after an injury, after a severe injury. But when the microbiome is disturbed, recovery collapses. I'll never forget the first time I saw this in our mouse models, and I'm just going to show one slide here that you don't have to be a trained radiologist to understand. There's a hole there, and there's a smaller hole on the other side. Basically, two groups of mice received identical major injuries. And this was resembling a rod into the brain. So it's a severe injury. And one group preserved its memory, preserved its anxiety levels, preserved its tissue, brain tissue, and the other did not. The Excuse me. And the other did not. Um, oh, and it's important to say here that the difference again was not in the injury, it was in the fact that after this injury, after a severe injury, we replaced the gut microbiome in these animals and we got better outcomes. And this moment shifted my entire scientific career focus. So we began asking the questions, could the microbiome itself be medication for the brain? Could we design treatments that don't rely on drilling into the skull or yeah, or anything invasive, but rely on feeding a patient? Could we even edit the microbes of the gut for the health of the patient? And the early results in my lab say yes. We found that gut microbes, and recently in the paper that's about to be released for publication, some of their metabolites, like short chain fatty acids, can protect white matter, can protect neuronal connections, and can keep the brain resilient, even aged brains, after a severe trauma. So I'd like you to imagine this: a pill, a probiotic, even a diet plan that's not just for gut health or to keep you looking good in a bathing suit, but to that reverses or protects an injured brain, reverses that injury or protects it in case of injury. A therapy that doesn't require surgery, again, or invasive devices, but harnesses the ecosystem that's already inside of us. And this isn't just about trauma, it's about preventing dementia, easing depression, even possibly slowing Alzheimer's disease. The microbiome could be the most powerful medicine we've never realized that we have. I began this journey because I witnessed the devastation that brain injuries can cause, but I stayed because I believe that we're on the edge of something revolutionary. The brain is not alone, it has allies. And these are tiny ones living within us that know how to survive in some of the worst conditions. And if we listen to them, they may help us heal in ways that we never thought possible. The future of brain medicine might not be found in the brain itself, but in the gut. Thank you.